talked to Elizabeth Clinton, whose dad is one of the most well-known exonerees in America. You may not know Dennis Fritz's name, but you probably know his story.
I had heard through some of the Innocence Project's leaders that Netflix was trying to get a hold of me.
Elizabeth Clinton is Dennis Fritz's daughter. Her dad's story was first widely told in the John Grisham book, The Innocent Man, Murder and Injustice in a Small Town. But Dennis's story gained even more attention after the 2018 Innocent Man docuseries on Netflix.
I'm here tonight to represent my father, Dennis Fritz, who is an exoneree himself.
Her dad and Ron Williamson were convicted in 1988 for the 1982 murder of Debbie Sue Carter in Ada. At the time, the jury was presented with evidence about hair at the crime scene, but the science was later proven unreliable. Additionally, while in jail on an unrelated charge, an inmate claimed Dennis confessed to the murder.
I didn't understand it all the time. I didn't believe it. I couldn't fathom that my father had done something like that.
Elizabeth was just 12 years old when she remembers her youth pastor sat her down and told her her father had been arrested for murder.
Had lots of questions, lots of anger, lots of doubts.
Elizabeth was losing her father to prison, and she had already lost her mother.
I lost my mother when I was 2. She was actually murdered. I was there at the house with her.
Her mother was murdered by a neighbor, and then 11 years after losing her mom, her dad was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for a murder he didn't commit.
I got to talk to him within probably the first month of that. He was in jail, and he had called me, and so after talking to him, I 100% believed in his innocence, and he just flat out told me, you know, I couldn't do something like this to another human being, and I said, I know you couldn't, I know you.
With her dad in jail, Elizabeth was now living with her maternal grandmother in Duncan, Oklahoma. Dennis frequently wrote his daughter from jail. This is one of the letters. In it, he comforts his daughter about a death in the family. It says in one part, if she could talk to you, she would say, don't worry.
Throughout the entire time, the 12 years, I did believe in his innocence.
Years into his sentence, and after several appeal attempts, Dennis contacted the Innocence Project out of New York. DNA tests on evidence from the scene eventually cleared Dennis and Ron and pointed to a different suspect by the name of Glenn Gore. Dennis Fritz and Ron Williamson were exonerated and released in April of '99. After 12 years, they walked out of prison free men.
Long gone are the days of him being the father-child relationship. At that point, I was 24 years old, and adult, living on my own, and so we had to create a new, different type of relationship more around friendship and love, of course.
After his release, Dennis wrote a book called Journey Toward Justice. Elizabeth says her dad always said this book was a companion to what Grisham wrote in The Innocent Man. In 2016, things would change again for Dennis and Elizabeth. He was diagnosed with dementia after suffering a traumatic brain injury as a result of a car accident. Dennis now taken from Elizabeth again.
Only thing I can take away from it is that it was hard for him in prison, and he has a lot of bad memories, and he had post-traumatic stress disorder, and so maybe this is God's way of helping him to not remember certain things.
A lot of memories that Elizabeth knows her father wanted to forget, they're now gone. These days, Elizabeth is the one remembering. And because of his dementia, Elizabeth often speaks for her father, who can't speak at all at times. She lost many years with her dad, and she can't get them back now. But she says for the years they did have together after he was exonerated and free, she is grateful.
Lots of good memories that I was able to have thanks to the work of the Innocence Project getting him out.